Now look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Did I see this first waking up in the morning? Yes, I did. Now, did I really break it down though? Hell no. And that's what we're here to do. This is 1 minute 52 seconds. I'm letting y'all know right now. Do not be surprised if this is a 10-minute video. I'm just saying.
There's something in the air.
That's hard. They got Clemson coming off the bus, bro. Gameplay, including Ross's not final, represents a game in development.
From Friday nights.
Oh, this high school? Nah, this did look like a high school. That's how my shit was back in high school. I'm not gonna lie, you had the track right there, and then you had the big ass stadium. You had the whole stadium. Let's go. It's got high school. Let's go.
To Saturday
Let's
nights.
go.
Chapel Hill to Pasadena. It crackles down our spines. Tradition,
Tag Murder Day.
tension, roars that remind our rivals.
Now keep it a buck with me. Keep it a buck with me. Is still holding X after this? Meaning, when you load into that game, are actually gonna admire the detail when it comes to the cheerleaders, when it comes to the fire things in the sky, like the firefly things in the sky, the team coming out the locker room, like Clemson coming off the bus? Are niggas gonna actually admire that though? Cause nigga like me, I'm gonna admire it, but like after 10 games, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm holding X. I'm just saying, bro.
They're not in Kansas anymore. It's electric.
Whoa, what move is this? 97, you fell for that shit? Yo, whoever was controlling this nigga, get off the sticks right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Whoever was controlling this nigga, get him off the sticks. Get this nigga off the sticks, nigga. He don't deserve to be on the sticks, bro. You feel me? There's no way y'all have a trailer for this shit and y'all about to play like ass, like.
It shocks our nerves and ignites a place where the ground shakes. But our pride shakes.
Like, bro, when you get hit and you.
But our pride doesn't.
That's tough.
Where our coach, scheme, playbook, and character are unlike any other.
Yo, oh my God, is that blocking? No way, hold on. Oh my God, wait, hold the fuck up. Are these niggas blocking? Let's go. Let's go. Already an upgrade from last year. Yo.
Doesn't. Where our coach, scheme, playbook.
Oh wait, no, never mind. They let that nigga go. Wait, hold on.
Where our coach, scheme, playbook.
Nah, they let that nigga go, I ain't gonna lie.
And character are unlike any.
Look. They're blocking, bro. They're blocking. They're actually blocking. This is good to see, I'm not gonna lie. This puts a smile on my face, bro.
There's something in the air. It builds us
Not
up,
the stadium pulse, bro.
breaks them down, and gives the stadium a pulse built on pride.
Now look, I'm gonna be real, bro. Can we please nerf stadium pulse just a little bit? Like, I understand the crowd is loud as hell. I trust me. I get it, bro. I get it. The crowd is loud, my nigga. But when I'm using Colorado, right, and I have Shedeur Sanders as my quarterback and Travis Hunter as my receiver, do you honestly think Travis Hunter is just gonna forget the route like that? You honestly think Travis Hunter just gonna run the wrong route? You think Isaiah Bond just gonna run the wrong route? Like, come on, bro. You think Ryan Williams is gonna run the wrong route? Like, come on, bro. There's no way every single nigga's just forgetting the play, bro. Like, there's just no way. The state, like the crowd is loud, but they not that loud, bro. Like let's be real, they not that loud. We got a Nerf Stadium post just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. Feel me? To where it's like fair. Because if that's the case, niggas would just be home, bro. Pre-order the MVP bundle. Like I don't give a fuck about this shit and receive the following 3-day early access, 4,600 Madden points. Nigga, I think I speak for everyone when I say we don't give a fuck about Ultimate Team. Not a single fuck. The slightest fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited, bro. You guys, you excited? I'm excited. I'm down for any type of smoke. You feel me? That Madden performance that y'all seen, that shit doesn't matter. We brush that shit to the side. That's a whole different game. When it comes to this college football shit though, nigga, we locked in. I'ma call niggas out too. Niggas is not working me, bro. What was the final score? We're not going to talk about that.
We're going to get deep dives for gameplay, dynasty, road to glory, presentation, all of those things, and you don't want to miss them. Trying to get to 650K subs.
Don't take everything I said about Jada factually. Most of the time it's trolling. Gang, we're all clip farming, bro. We're clip farming gang. She's just like my sister, nothing else. Yeah, bro. You feel me? All I'm going to say is niggas don't want to date their sister, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Yo, I saw your Madden 25 return. Would you like to know the best D to run? Shit, drop it in chat, bro. Shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm retired, bro. I think I'm retired from Madden 25, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to take my talents to EA College Football 26. We gonna see, though. We gonna see.
Before the release of this game, so if everybody watching just subscribed, we could hit that number today. Now, I can't play the trailer all the way through with sound, so we're just going to kind of talk about it because I was running into some copyright issues for some reason. Sometimes it just happens on YouTube. But pretty hype trailer in my opinion. We heard Enter Sandman, so we know that that's going to be in the game, which is great because they didn't get it in last year for whatever reason, and now it's kind of the centerpiece of the trailer this year. So for Virginia Tech fans, you're going to have that. Of course, we're seeing some different mascots, some different stuff in the intros. So in the reveal trailer, I mean, there's only so much we're going to see because it's not really a gameplay trailer. We can't really tell how the game's going to play, what they've tweaked yet. We're going to learn more about that in the weeks to come when they do a gameplay deep dive. We're only just seeing some cinematic shots, so gameplay wise you're not going to get much out of that trailer, but you're going to see some of the presentation. So we can see that it looks like they've added on to the pregame intros for teams, which is great. Keep building that out, make them more and more lifelike. It looks like they've added some different things for teams that wasn't in the game last year for their pregame. Definitely saw some new mascots in that trailer as well that weren't in the game last year, because if you remember, I believe there's only like 50 or so mascots last year, so we're definitely going to see a lot of new ones in the game this year, which is cool. Obviously, we saw a little glimpse of high school, which we knew was going to be in the game already.
No, I'm not.
But I'm just excited.
High school is big. High school is big. They low-key sold with that last year, bro. High school is big. That's big, bro. That's big.
To dive into this blog. So keep in mind the reveal day blog.
X is better than Tupac. Oh my God, yo, oh my God, yo, Mikey, you gotta chill. You get banned in niggas' chats for saying some shit like that, bro. You get banned in niggas' chats for saying some shit like that.
Blog is just going to kind of be a brief overview of what's coming to the game. We're going to find out the bullet points, which we're going to go over right now. But in the weeks to come, when they do the gameplay, dynasty, and road to glory deep dive separately, we're going to find out a lot more on those days. We're going to find out all the little stuff that, in my opinion, adds up to make a big deal. Today is more just kind of some of the bigger bullet points that they want to.
Nigga, stand on that shit. Nah, nigga, stand on that shit. When you type that shit out, you dead ass meant that shit. Nah, stand on it, nigga. Stand on that shit.
Advertise. So we're going to start off here with the true college football gameplay. We're going to see what they're going to let us in on with the gameplay here. It says, our vision of what it means to experience college football continues to be our wide open, fast-paced gameplay that's anchored by a swath of foundational football features like stunts and twists, custom zones, and improved blocking and coverage logic.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Niggas is blocking! Niggas is actually blocking. I'm tired of niggas just going like this every time I snap the ball. Nigga, the ball is snapped. Nigga, ready, set, hike. Ready, set, hike. Why the fuck are you still like this? D lineman just passed by you and I get sacked. I can't even run out the pocket, my nigga. I can't double team. I can't do nothing. These niggas still get past them. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I'm tired of that shit. Oh my god, bro. That shit was annoying as hell. Now outside of that, the fast paced gameplay is great. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with the fast paced gameplay. I like the arcadey style. You feel me? Don't get rid of that.
Utilize dynamic substitutions for easier fatigue management on the field, with
AyoTankk,
additional
not gonna lie, I'll
upgrades
fuck
coming
you
to the
up.
wear and tear system. We've overhauled archetypes to encompass the unique skill
just leave
sets
it in
that you
the
see
past,
on
game. The past is
Saturday.
the past.
With over 2,700 new plays and unique schemes like Rice's Modern Option and Penn State's Gadget Heavy, 10,000 players and 300 real-world coaches with true-to-life schemes, this is our most authentic college football experience yet. Stay tuned.
Now I'm not gonna believe that last sentence, but I will talk about the 2,700 new plays and the unique schemes like Rice's Modern Option and Penn State's Gadget Heavy. That's big though. I'm not gonna lie. That's big. That's big. I'm gonna keep the bug. That's big. That's big. In this high school, yes there is. Yes there is. That's big. That's big, bro. A lot of new plays, bro. A lot of new ways to score. I love that shit, bro. See, nigga like me, I'm an offensive nigga, bro. I'm really an offensive nigga. I love offense.
For our gameplay deep dive to learn more. So right there, I mean, that's little tidbits, but that sounds good. Over 2,700 new plays, that's quite a lot, especially when you think of how much was in the game last year. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of new players because different rosters this year, but over 300 real-world coaches, which to me sounds like there's even assistant coaches and stuff, or maybe in Dynasty and stuff like that, you can maybe hire old coaches. Like, let's say Nick Saban could be in the game and you can bring him out of retirement. I don't know if that's the case, but that sounds pretty cool.
We can do that.
But they also mentioned stunts and twists, which have not been in Madden for a very long time, and it's something people have asked for. So if they're putting stunts and twists in this game, that means likely it's going to be in Madden as well. But they're actually bringing real pass rush schemes back, which is awesome. Custom zones, I can't wait to see what that is. That sounds crazy. Obviously, improved blocking.
Cap. Nigga, did I not give you work last time you played?
In coverage, that was two of the bigger, talking points all year, that coverage and blocking wasn't that great. So it looks like they've done upgrades there. We'll have to see when they put the deep dive out. And also more upgrades to wear and tear. So that sounds pretty cool. Now, they also do go on to mention a little more about the coaches, saying you can suit up for Dan Lanning, you can compete against Kirby Smart, recruit as or against James Franklin, go toe-to-toe with current coaches who bring distinctive play styles to the field, strategize like they would with their unique playbooks for a more authentic coaching experience. So
now look, I fuck with this shit, you feel me? I fuck with this. But the question is niggas gonna block though? I don't think y'all niggas understand how important blocking really is, bro. Niggas have to block. It is the foundation of the offense. The offense cannot be ran if niggas are not blocking. That's just how it works. You feel me? I'm all for these new playbooks. I'm all for it. You feel me?
So it's good to see that. Obviously, we saw coaches in the trailer. I don't know if they're using exact face scans. I wouldn't say they look one-to-one like the real coaches, but I think they look pretty close. So, I mean, that works for me personally, but I wouldn't say they're exactly face scans, but I could be wrong. Now, they mentioned with wear and tear here on the website, they say the advanced wear and tear system delivers more realism and is now fully customizable to fit your playstyle. You can manage fatigue strategically and save your favorite playmakers for key moments with dynamic substitutions that allow you to rotate players in and out on the fly. No pause screen needed. So that sounds really good right there. They also mentioned foundational football advancements. It says College Football 26, foundational football gameplay starts with improved coverage to give you confidence in shutting down your opponent, and improved blocking to reward players' left stick skills between the tackles. Feel the changes to our upgraded physics-based tackling system with new tackle types and enhancements to the hit stick. Experience greater control on both sides of the ball with the ability to call different stunts and twists to optimize your pass rush, a new custom zones feature to really dial in your coverage at the line of scrimmage, and several new abilities that we can't wait to talk about in our gameplay deep dive. So what this sounds like right here is it sounds like they have added the boom tech from Madden, because that was not in college last year. So when they're talking about physics-based...
So you're telling me niggas have to actually time their hit sticks? Yo, they have to take that shit up. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like timing hit sticks is the worst thing to happen to Madden, bro. Why the fuck do I have to time a hit stick, bro? Why should I have to time a hit stick when I'm using Bobby Wagner? If I'm using Bobby Wagner, you know what I'm saying? If I'm using like a good safe. If I'm using a good safety, you feel me? If I'm using Nick Benito, I'm using Cody Barton. You feel me? Why the fuck do I have to time the hit stick? I should just be able to flick that motherfucker up. You know what I'm trying to say?
Tackling and new enhancements to the hit stick. I'm like 90% sure that that's what this means. They're just now bringing the boom tech that was in Madden over to college, and it might work better in college because the movement is so much more fast and fluid. So we'll get to see what that's about. And again, they mentioned the stunts and the custom zones here as well, so that sounds really good. They also mentioned Home Field Advantage 2.0, experience enhanced stadium pulse effects, including a more intense camera shake, new heads-up display visuals,
Bro, a more enhanced camera shake, nigga. Was it not crazy last year? Was it not crazy last year, bro? Like, bro, I already said this shit, bro. Like, nigga, if I'm using Shador Sanders with Travis Hunter, bro, Travis Hunter is just not gonna forget his routes. You feel me? He may fuck it up a little bit, but he's not just gonna completely forget it. You feel me? If I put that nigga on a slant, he's not going to run a 5-yard out. Like, that's just not gonna happen, bro. That's just not gonna happen. I'm all for a stadium pulse being like a way for home field advantage to feel like home field advantage. But my nigga, that shit was broken last year, bro. It felt like every third down it's a stadium pulse, my nigga. There's no way the crowd is this loud every third down, my nigga. There's no way, bro.
clock distortion that simulates the high pressure of playing as a visitor in hostile territory. Rivalry games, the college football playoff, the other high-stakes matchups are now even more affected by stadium pulse. When you're on the road, use your confidence and composure to help counteract the rattling environment. So, I mean, it just sounds like they're making home field advantage even crazier, which I'm not going to lie, at times, home field advantage is annoying, and I don't like it very much sometimes, especially in, like, online play. But, I mean, it's part of college football. It's a part of what this game series was known for, so they're going to keep doing stuff with it. It just is what it is. Moving on here to presentation, it says more like Saturday. So the first thing they touch on here is next level game day. Feel the stadium shake as you discover more of your school's unique pageantry, traditions, and sounds with new PA tracks, including Metallica's Enter Sandman, 160 new school-specific chants, new mascots, and band music. And then it also says, we know how much you love the drum lines from the menu last year. We're going to change it up for College Football 26. We're bringing new marching band covers of popular songs to our menus for players to enjoy, as well as 15 fight songs from schools around the country. And there's going to be a presentation deep dive later this year as well, where they're going to go more in depth. But, I mean, we know they added new commentary. We saw Chris Fowler talking about it. But obviously adding more mascots, more pregame stuff. We saw some of that in the trailer. More fight songs, band songs. That's all good stuff. Now moving on to the broadcast and commentary, it says experience dynamic commentary tailored by Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, Desmond Howard, and Reese Davis as you make history on the field. Battling back after a tough loss, back-to-back 400-yard performances, their expertise and insight adapt to your team's progress and dynasty and your players' rise and road to glory.
That's big.
So, sounds like the commentary might be, we'll have to see how this works, but a little bit more dynamic in what's going on, which is great because then it's more custom tailored to what you're experiencing as you play. Yes. I'm sure it's one of those things that won't be perfect, but, you know, it's good that they're trying to do that. I think that's a good addition. And this is
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I fuck with the commentary, but when I start losing and they on my dick, that shit gets muted, bro. I think I hate when the commentary is more on my dick than the player that I'm playing. Why is the commentator on my dick? You feel me? Why can't you highlight what I'm doing good? You feel me? Yes, I know I'm getting my ass whooped, but why can't you highlight something I need to work on at least, my nigga? Like, it's just bad on top of bad on top of bad. Like, damn, my nigga, you crushing my spirit. How the fuck am I supposed to come back, nigga? You crushing my spirit, my nigga. Like, damn.
The big one here, it says show off your championship. We heard your feedback, and thanks to you, Trophy Room is back. Now is your chance to show off to your friends and rivals how successful you really are. There will be multiple ways for you to earn different kinds of trophies. You can coach and manage your program in a dynasty, focus on your journey as a college football legend and road to glory, dominate online in the road to the college football playoffs, compete in classic rivalry games and play now. So, I mean, you can even show off your trophy rooms for online games, which I think is actually a really cool addition there. And a lot of
trophy room was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Road to the college football playoff, that shit's tough, bro. That shit is tough. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it gives you something to actually like want to win for. It gives you something to actually fight for when you playing college football. You know what I'm trying to say? The goal is to win, bro. But if you getting your ass whooped, more than likely you just gonna want to quit. That's how it is on Madden. You feel me? But like, bro, if you're like in the playoffs and to the point and you lose, you have to restart all over again. That shit is great. You feel me? Because it gives niggas an actual reason to stay in the game. You feel me? And actually fight to win.
A lot of people wanted this back, so glad that they were able to put it in for this game and didn't really make us wait too long for it. Moving on to Dynasty now, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to probably touch on a whole lot in Dynasty here because, you know, Dynasty Deep Dive is when they're going to go really deep into recruiting and stuff. Last year, I mean, the Dynasty blog was like 80 pages or something like that. So we're going to get a lot on Dynasty soon, but some of the tidbits here, it says that how you create your dynasty will now be more important than ever if you want to cement your legacy as one of the best coaches. You can assemble an elite staff, upgrade your coaching abilities, and then lay it all out on the field. You know, kind of same as last year there. We know that. It says personnel management has never been more important, with new location-based visits having the potential to give your program an advantage in recruiting. Land critical talent for your team by managing new dynamic deal breakers and trades while trying to retain your favorite playmakers and cement your program's legacy. This was a leak.
I got a question. Chat. Now look, would y'all be down if I was to play Dynasty mode this year? Let me know in the chat.
We heard about months ago that this could be coming to the game, so now deal breakers and trades can change more often. They can be dynamic, which I think that's pretty cool. It's going to make recruiting, you know, a little bit more difficult, which is nice. This is a big one. Crossplay is here. College Ball 26 Online Dynasty now supports crossplay across Xbox Series X/S and PlayStation 5. You'll now be able to run a 32-person online dynasty with friends regardless of platform.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god. So you're telling me not only PlayStation niggas can get work, now Xbox niggas can get work now? Let's fucking go. This is a W. This is a W. That's crazy because it made no sense. How the fuck is College Football 25 not crossplay, but Madden 25 is? Like, that shit made no sense to me. That shit made no sense to me whatsoever, bro. This is big, bro. This is big. Well, at least I'll be able to transfer my progress from my dynasty with Army being the best team in the country in my game. Oh, shit. So you an Army fan, huh? Okay. Makes sense. I already got the hood.
Looks like it is still only 32 teams for an online dynasty, though, which I know some people wanted to see that bump to like 60 or something like that, but looks like we're still at 32 there. And then it says one last thing before we see you at the Dynasty Deep Dive. It says we're happy to announce that formation subs and a protected opponent setting are coming. So that's good. We know formation subs was another big request from people. Good to see that. And protected opponents, we definitely need that as well. So like I said, they're not going to touch on Dynasty a whole lot here. They're going to wait for the deep dive to really go deep into it. No pun intended. But we got a few good tidbits there that's good to hear. Moving on to Road to Glory. This is going to be a big focus this year, I think. That's what it sounds like. It says it's time to begin your ultimate student-athlete journey as part of the recruiting class of 2025.
High school.
Choose from 10 new archetypes and rise from high school recruit to Heisman glory, with every decision shaping how your career will look. Build your highlight tape to earn an offer from your dream school and make that decision in the famous hat ceremony. Rise in class rankings and secure a scholarship.
You already know I got to make AyoTankk Jr. You know what I'm saying? Tank Jr. will be in full effect this year.
Before other recruits, along with the new tier of abilities available to reach for your athlete, earn coach trust, build team chemistry, and navigate the competitive recruiting process. Commit early if you found the perfect fit for you, or decommit if a better opportunity comes your way. So that's cool. You can commit and then decommit. So they're making it, you know, pretty realistic there. And then it says your journey to become a superstar in Madden 26 is yours to define, because as soon as you're ready, your Road to Glory student athlete can begin their journey to Madden 26 superstar mode. And then the last few things they touch on here is College Ultimate Team, which they don't really say much here. It's going to pretty much be the same as always. Like, they're going to obviously have new programs and stuff, but Ultimate Team is Ultimate Team. You know, you build your dream roster with the legends from the past and current college stars, and you play in head-to-head. You know, we'll find out more about that later, but Ultimate Team, you know, it kind of is what it is. There's always new little tweaks to it, but, you know, the game mode is what it is.
Once again, I speak for everybody when I say we don't give a fuck about Ultimate Team. We don't care. I'm not gonna lie. We don't care, bro. Niggas don't got the bread for that shit, bro. Like, what's the point of spending all that bread just to get whooped by 35? Like, there's no point, bro.
Is basically. Now, Road to the College Football Playoff, they mentioned briefly as well. They don't really say a whole lot about it, but they do say that you can fill your personal trophy room with gold and capture the national championship, bring glory to your school. So obviously you did that last year, but now I think you can show off. So if you're a guy in this mode that is winning, 100 national championships and 100 playoff games and all that stuff throughout the year, the game's out, somebody could look at your trophy room and just see how good you were. So I do think that's a nice addition. And then they do briefly mention Team Builder. They say, don't worry, College Football 25 fans, you'll be able to import your custom teams from last year seamlessly, ensuring your favorite created teams can be brought over. With new features in Team Builder, you can refine your team's details and explore enhanced roster editing options, allowing for greater control over your identity and legacy. Stay tuned for the Dynasty Deep Dive to learn more about these features and how they'll elevate your gaming experience.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, we might have to run Dynasty, bro. We might have to run Dynasty. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Dynasty and Road to Glory has to be a must. They have to be a must. I'm not gonna
Remember,
lie.
don't forget to subscribe because this next month is going to be jam-packed with info and you're not going to want to miss out on any of it.
Fire, man. Fire, man. Fire, man. Fire, man. Fire, fire, fire. Not gonna lie, I'm excited, bro. Anyway, man, I'm excited. Can't wait for College 26 and Man 26. I'll be making dudes break controllers and teams. LOL. That is the goal, my nigga. That's the goal. I'm talking about monitors, I'm talking about keyboards, I'm talking about TVs, I'm talking about controllers, I'm talking about PS5s, I'm talking about Xbox Series. You feel me? Run up the score. Run up that motherfucking score, my nigga. No mercy. Not a single nigga's getting mercy, bro. Real shit. Not even Jalen Green. You feel me? Not even Jalen fucking Green.